So now what I'm going to do is take all of this wintry stuff down, put it in my empty drawer, and put up the summery stuff. I'm not going to film all of that, but yeah, I'll show it when I'm done. So I know I also have some Kinder Egg toys from the early 2000s that are like brightly colored sea creatures, and they should be somewhere in these nostalgia drawers, and I can't find them. I'm not sure where they are at the moment. I will find them eventually, and then I will put them up there. I also want to figure out a way to display all these keychains, because I think that would be amazing, you know. And also I have the dolphin keychain, and I have the koala keychain. Like, these could go with summery stuff, right? And I also finally found the tropical birds keychain. So the tropical birds keychain, the Polly Pocket like safari backpack from this series, and some Sky Dancer launchers are what's waiting for me at my parents' house this summer. So I would love to add those to my collection, but I don't have them right now. So I put up one of my favorite pony series ever. I have this one I found in an antique shop when I was really, really little, and paid like no money for it, which is great because she's kind of unusual and I love her color scheme. This one I got locally more recently, but I have her up year round. I love these super brightly colored ponies. This one I found at a thrift store actually, and these are just some of my other favorites. But yeah, these guys come out when it is spring and summertime, and I just love their colors so much. They're amazing. So I have some sort of tropical G3 ponies, and I have the tropical book now from my friend, and I put the little Polly on top. And then I have the mermaid book from my childhood. And then these guys, this one is the one that I had when I was a kid, but I have the variation one as well. And now I have the little tent too, with the little dog and everything. So I'm gonna set these up there, and then as I continue going through my collection stuff, hopefully I will find the what was I thinking? Hopefully I will find the Kinder Egg little sea creatures. And now I'm looking here and I'm like, oh, there's a lot of dust, firstly. Also, where is the sitting frog for these three? I don't know. You know, I keep finding him and thinking I will put it somewhere special, and then I lose it again, of course, because I forget where I put it. Anyway, that's a whole other problem. Oh yeah, and these guys, their little basket is finally clean. I will have to take them out and put them in their little basket. So I found them along with the pandas, but not the koalas. Oh, because they're already on my shelf. Okay, I've made some goofy decisions apparently. So these are the little sea creatures, which I will put up. So I got these, I think, out of Kinder Eggs when I was in Italy, when I was really little, early 2000s. And then I have these little darling dinos as well. And you know what? I think we're gonna put these guys out too. And maybe these little, I think these only came with, did these only come with the baby buddies? Why do I have two of them? And then we have all of my little flat pound puppies. So I have tons of these guys. There's one I really want that's like a tan dog with long ears that's spotted. I'd really like one of those. Other than that, I'm pretty happy with my little collection. I just want a couple more of the buildings that I had. Oh, whoops. Ow, that was really painful. I just want a couple more of the buildings that I had when I was little. Yeah, and the space set. There was a space set for those guys. I really would have had like the upright figures rather than the flat ones. I really want that space set. But other than that, yeah, it's good. So here is the finished result for my collection redo. I love that this lamp matches the color scheme, I've got to say. I am such a fan of Princess Pristina still. I bought her for like $25–30 a long time ago, and that was absolutely by far the most money I'd ever spent on a toy in general, but definitely a pony, because I was buying my glow and show ponies when you could get them for like 20 bucks a piece, which I also thought was completely insane. But I'm really glad I bought them when I did, because I certainly will never get, what is it, Starglow now that she's like $100. Never mind. But yeah, I have some G3s who are, what are these from? Like the Dream Design or something? They have the 3D symbols. I just think they're very like tropical. Love the intensity of color on this one. And I found my little Kinder Egg guys. I have some early 2000s. Well, maybe this one's from the late 90s. I don't know. But yeah, the later version of Polly Pocket. I have some of the earlier version of Polly Pocket. So the Mermaid book and the Tropical Sparkle Island, or no, there's too many that are called Glitter Island. It's not called that. I don't remember what it's called. But I have one figure and she's super teeny tiny, so I put her on the little stand up there. These pandas, actually the pandas and the koalas were like my absolute treasures from when I was really, really small. And now I found out like there's a little walking koala and there's a panda who's like in the same mold or pose as this little koala, and those are the ones that were not the surprise figures, so I should have had those, and I have no memory of them. They're just like non-existent for me, so I don't know what happened to those. I might redo my G2 baby ponies a little bit so that Fire and Flame and maybe Dot and Dash, is that their names? I never remember the names of the twins, can be down here with the other brightly colored ponies. I might change this up as well because I've had it like this for a long time, and then I can have Baby Beach Ball. And she's one of my favorite ponies. I should remember what her name is, but I don't. And so I can have them down here with Pina Colada, and in the UK she's called Sail Away, I think, but that's not, is she Hula Hula, or is this one Tropical something? Oh no, I really don't remember. But I love this set so much. A lot of them have some trouble standing up. Sail Away, Hula Hula, whatever you want to call her, definitely does. But she's in amazing condition otherwise, so I'm just like leaning her up against Pina Colada here. The only one I'm missing is Tootie Tails, so the yellow one. Or is she called Pina Colada? I don't remember. Anyway, she's in this mold, which is one of my favorites. I didn't really like her at first, but I feel like her colors are also still so good, and it would be so fun to complete the set. I just really want to find one that is in good condition, you know, because I feel like a lot of times her eyes are amazing. It was really hard to find, especially this one, Tropical Sunrise, is that what she's called? That didn't have eye rubs. So yeah, other than that, we have some darling dinos who also won't stand up. These are the ones that were on rings that obviously at some point I must have had my dad cut off of the rings because I didn't like anything to be attached, you know? I just wanted to play with them as little critters. This is from a Baby Buddies set. I don't have any of the Baby Buddies anymore. I think my mom bought those for me. I wouldn't say no to having those in my collection again if I ever found some, but I still have some of their accessories. A little lock from a journal, some Littlest Pet Shop, and a Bubblins, my first Bubblins, and this was from my best friend's childhood collection. So yeah, a little mini summer redo of my collection. So I also have this Kenner Littlest Pet Shop playset, which is in the bright color scheme to go in my like tropical setup there. But, you know, I don't really have space for it, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. I think I'm actually going to put the Arctic themed, what are they called? I think I'm actually going to put the Arctic themed Sugar Planet away. And I'm going to have, because I have a few things which are space themed now. You know, I have like a little collection of Arctic theme items, and I have a little collection of space themed items. So I have some of the Novi Stars dolls, which I bought as a teenager with my pocket money on clearance. I bought those at the grocery store. Of course, I opened them and, you know, set them up and stuff. But I have those guys. I have this little Nova Stars playset, which is so amazing. I have the new Polly Pocket space set. Yeah, so I'm starting to have some space items, and that's part of why I want that Pound Puppies space playset so bad, to go with my little space theme setup. Anyway, so I think I'm gonna try and put those guys away, decide or just set aside my briars. The other problem that I'm having is that whatever I put here, these shelves are so tall. Look, there's even like space over the largest briar for more display. So I really need to figure out some kind of, I don't know, risers or shelf system or something. Like if I could have an extra mini shelf that went in here so I could put 2 layers of ponies or little critters or whatever. Yeah. To continue, we have the Littlest Pet Shop tin. I have quarantine of pets that go with this tin because some of them have like those highlighter marks on them, but everything else seems to be fine. I really like these guys because I did have them, you know, not this specific era, but some of the earlier ones, the ones that went with this playset as a kid, and I loved those, so I'd love to be able to display them. I have a stack of books here that I need to send away. Then we have, yeah, this I would love to display, but I don't know where or how. This G2 playset I may have to sell. It's really heavy and I really like it, but you know, I don't have anywhere to put it. And I have other playsets which are more of a priority. Then we have this box of like maybe items. So I think I'm gonna keep these guys. I have doubles, like I have multiples of little hamsters, but I really love this play set. So yeah, this is going to go to an internet friend, an Instagram friend of mine. I have this Barbie in here who I'm sure somebody will want. I have a lot of jewel pets, which I can't decide whether I want to open them or just go ahead and sell them as a lot. And I can't really decide whether I want to keep this Sylvanian family set or not either. So there's a lot of maybes. This horse I would really like to customize, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet. All that sort of thing is in this box. So gotta figure that out. And then I have some My Little Ponies I have a ton of My Little Ponies in the salon back there that I need to go through again. I think most of those are ones that I am keeping, however. I mean, look at these amazing pastel colors. Yeah, so I went ahead and put the things from the maybe box that I'm sure I'm going to keep for right now. I went ahead and put them in this drawer. So now this drawer is a mix of childhood, hand-me-down garage sale polys, and some things that I've gotten recently, but that's okay. And, oh my gosh, it just fits. So, oh, and I checked this actually works, but I didn't want to like leave the batteries in there too long. So the, what are they called? The Sugar Planet playsets and the Sparkle Snowland playset from the Littlest Pet Shop both fit in here, and they will be there until next winter, when I can probably put those guys up then as well. And look at how all of my Polly Pockets fit in here. I love it. It makes me so happy. So now this is a mix of, these are my childhood Polly Pockets. Some of these are my besties' childhood Polly Pockets, and some of them are ones that I have gotten more recently. Although I'm pretty sure I played with this one as a kid. Oh, somebody I knew had this one. But this one, these are more recent acquisitions. So yeah. And there is the Barbie Enchanted Forest playset. I put those pieces, I put the bigger pieces up on my shelf and then the smaller pieces down here. I'm also considering maybe eventually selling that. I'm not 100% sure, because it's another one of those things that it's like, when am I gonna have, like, I can display it right now. It's technically on my boyfriend's shelf. So I will have to figure that out. There are possibly some more Sylvanians that I could let go. I don't know. I haven't decided yet on that either. But it is definitely really good to have more space in my collection. And I have this drawer of projects that I want to get to. So yeah, the last thing to do is to have one more look at the rest of my ponies, because I've gone through these guys. These are my G3 ponies, and I want to keep all of them. But I would love to be able to have them on display, you know, like all the time instead of in a drawer a lot of the time. So I think it is G1 and G3 ponies in there. I'm not 100% sure, but that's the last thing to go through. And to continue on with the ponies, this is my G3 collection that I'm keeping. I've never displayed all of them at once. So there's just a couple up there. I have all of my G2 ponies out, and all my favorite G1 ponies are out as well. Yeah. So these are all ponies that I either really remember how I got and really love them and would rebuy, or they're kind of nostalgic. Like, here are some that I might consider, you know, trading or something like that. But this one is actually, I remember getting this for my birthday, so she's got to stay. She's going to go up here. This one, I found this one, Marshmallow Cocoa. She's a little discolored like her head. And Pepperberry, I found them at that same market in Seattle where I always find ponies. And that was just so fun to find them like in real life. So I thought about selling her, but then I couldn't do it. Like, she's so cool, and she's got her little bow and everything. I don't know. I'm not really a fan of the Diva pose. I think that's what we call this. But they did so many really cool ponies on this pose. Like the one that has the rainbow mushroom symbol. Both of these guys are super cool. The love letter one, there's like a princess one that's like green with white hair. I don't know. I'm like, why did they have to do all the really cool ponies on a pose that I'm not super excited about? You know, like, to be honest, this is not a very exciting pony, but I really love this pose. I actually prefer the closed mouth Pegasus. So I did finally find, you know, there are some more common ones that I found her in a thrift store. And it took me forever. It took me forever to even find her online. So I still don't have Aurora Mist, which I think is in the open mouth pose, but I've wanted her forever. Yeah, I think I've kept more of the closed mouth pose ponies, Pegasi, question mark, than the open mouth one. But yeah, so those I'm keeping. This one is one of the ones I found at the fair. And, you know, I'm a sucker for weird motifs and weird colors. And she's kind of got both. She's pink and red with green eyes, and then strawberry and coral, Strawberry Reef. Is that her name, Strawberry Reef? Is that where the website name comes from? I don't know. Anyway, she's been in my collection for a super long time, and I remember where I got her. The rest of these, I might actually put them in my like trade pile. And last but not least, we have the G1 ponies. So I already talked about these two guys. All three of these were either hand-me-downs like in my childhood from cousins, or I found blueberry baskets and sparkler at a thrift store, I'm pretty sure. I paid like 50 cents for them. So On the left here, we have my childhood herd, or what's left of it. So these were hand-me-downs. You know, this one, maybe I should try and boil wash her hair. I just braided her hair like this because it was so fuzzy and awful, and I didn't know what to do with it as a kid. So the rest of these, aside from her, are actually from one person. So when I was like, I don't know, I was like 3 when my parents moved to the neighborhood where I grew up, and there was a girl there who was just like graduating from high school, and she had a bunch of ponies. She also rode real horses. She was so cool to me as a small child, right? No, maybe she was a teenager anyway, and she didn't want her ponies anymore, and so she gave them to my parents. So a whole bunch of my I never knew where they came from until my mom told me later. So I feel like I can never give these guys up. There's a very poor little majesty here who has pony cancer. I think that's what you call that. So she's quarantined there, but the rest of them are still in pretty nice condition. 2 of the birth flower ponies. These are just the ones that aren't on display, but obviously I can never sell these ones. And the rest of them are actually up in my collection. So this one, Bubblefish, I never knew that she had the little fish in there. I loved this one as a kid, played with her so much. And the mail order Sweet Scoops, if you can believe it, I also played with that one, loved it because it was pink and purple, and she's a part of my childhood collection, so I can't give her up. And then, who else? Oh yeah, this one, she's missing her pocket. Always as a kid, I was always like, why does she have those holes where her symbol should be? I don't get it. But yeah, maybe someday I would love to own one of these in better condition that has like the pocket and the little bee and stuff. And same with this. I'm curious she's in really good condition still, despite all of my playing with her. But yeah, I would love to own those in better condition someday. Yeah, so I have those guys. Oh, and there's one more. There is a baby sea pony, also from my childhood collection somewhere. There she is. I also played with that one so much. I absolutely loved it. So yeah, I don't even remember what her name is. I'm not sure I ever knew. I'm sure I can ask my mom and she will remember. But yeah, her childhood herd is still completely intact, and it's in Sweden, which is kind of funny. I've always wondered if she's thought about like the ponies that she gave away, and yeah, anyway, I still have all of them. Bright Night I just picked up online for a really good price. This one I found in a thrift store. So I found her in a thrift store. I found the baby brother in a thrift store. I found Sunspot, that Sunspot over there, in a thrift store. I found my one and only, are these Flutter? No, these are Wingers. My one and only pony like this in a thrift store. My one and only Flutter pony in a thrift store. Of course, she doesn't have her wings. Those are long gone. This one was from a garage sale. And yeah, and when I started collecting G1 ponies like a little more seriously, the birthday pony was one of the ones that I really wanted. I think they only paid like $10 for her, which is crazy because a lot of I'm glad my tastes haven't changed that much, and I'm glad I bought a lot of G1 ponies like a long time ago when they weren't like so expensive. So in here I just have a couple others. This guy was another one that I found at that market, along with the Breezies and some of the other baby ponies. And then we just have some other ones that I really liked over the years, like Pillow Talk, North Star. She's pink and purple. She's perfect. Galaxy, I absolutely love her. Masquerade, I guess I do like the Twinkle Eye ponies. And this one is Strawberry Surprise. I think I bought her online somewhere, and I remember talking to, because I bought her from Spain, and I talked to the seller, and she was selling like her childhood ponies, and she thought it was so, I don't know, kind of crazy that her pony was going all the way to Sweden, and so I thought that was so cute. So yeah, I still have her. She has a little bit of paint rub on her eyes, but she is such a cute pony, one of my favorites. She's definitely staying in my collection. And then I also have this Precious Pocket pony, and I think she is so cute. She's missing her little coin, but she does actually have her pocket. I don't know, her color scheme is a little weird, but I do like that she has kind of an unusual mold. I would eventually, you know, I'm not a set completer. I don't really care that much about that, but I would eventually like to get, what is it, Bunny Hop? Even if she doesn't have her pocket, I'm like, I can make one. You know, one sold on Tradia recently, and I just didn't, I don't know, I didn't bid on it or something. I'm like, eventually, I'll get a hold of her eventually. Her I really want. Two Details I really want, the yellow one for the tropical ponies. And what's the other one I've been thinking about? Oh, I've been thinking about the Rock and Beats ponies. I've never really been interested in those, but I absolutely love the one that is in the same mold as Hula Hula Sail Away. I should have looked her up. But that Walking Unicorn mold, is that the Buttons mold? Yeah. So there is one that is blue with orange hair, and I just love her. I think she's amazing. So yeah, Bunny Hop, Two Details, whatever that Rock and Beats pony is. Oh, and I really love Merryweather, you know, who's in the Tootsie pose, and she has the Twice as Fancy pony. And I feel like that is such a common pony, and I've never seen her in real life. I've never seen her in an antique store. I've never seen her at a pony show. And, you know, and I'm like, this is weird. It shouldn't be that hard to find her. But anyway, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to, I'm going to go to Pony Fest this year. Look for some of these G1 ponies. Because I hate trying to find them online, and then you have to pay so much in shipping and fees just for one pony. It feels silly. Anyway, since there's not that many that I'm looking for these days. Anyway, so yeah, my plan is to go to Pony Fest, and now somehow I've made this video about ponies, even though it was supposed to be about everything else. I don't know, I may make other videos later on which are more specifically about ponies. Like I take all of my ponies out from all 3 generations and show them, or something like that. But yeah, I guess that is so obviously all of these guys are staying. I might like to eventually sell this, maybe. I don't know. I love having it. It's such a colorful, fun display piece. And right now it is helping me like keep all these ponies corralled in one place and keeping the dust off them and stuff. So yeah, for now I'm gonna keep that. And have these in front of it, and yeah, I think that's about it for now.